Okay. So you have to have this list. You always have this list. It has almost everything on there that you need. The only thing it doesn't have is combustion reactions and neutralization reactions. Okay? It's the only thing that this sheet's not going to be able to allow you to interpret. I've changed things up over the years, how I've taught this chapter, and basically I use this sheet for most of it, and then we'll add in a couple things. Okay? So, as we go through this, we'll go through each one of these real quick and give you the products. Okay? K does react with water, because off to the side it says it will. But then what it will produce is K and O side by side plus hydrogen gas. So this is K's a plus 1, oxygen's a minus 2, so it's K2O plus H2. Any questions with that? Okay? Now, on a test, what you could do, this is what I would do. I would not maybe go in order, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But what I would do is I would pick all the ones that are similar. Alright? So maybe I look for another water. Oh, number 6 is a water. I might go through and go, you know what, I'm going to do all those ones, just kind of like naming and writing formulas. I'm going to do all of them where I'm going to use one rule. So the next one, I go down maybe to number 6 and I find nickel. I find it with water and realize off to the side it says it doesn't react. So I'm going to write a no reaction for that one. Does that make sense? So you don't, on a test, you don't have to go in order, because I'm going to mix them up. So it might be beneficial for you to just skip around, okay, and do that. Number 10. Number 10 is another one. Ca plus H2O, does it react with water? Yes, it does. So it'd be CaO plus H2. And Ca is a plus 2, and oxygen is a minus 2. Any questions on that? That's the last one, right? So we're done with those. We're done with those ones that deal with water. Okay? Next one I might do is anything with oxygen. I got to be careful with this because there's a couple reactions that are different with oxygen. So I'll go number 2 on your sheet. And it says Al plus O2, and it says it reacts. So off the side it says these form oxides. So I just put them together. ALO, balance the charges, plus 3, minus 2. So it'll be Al2O3, and then I balance the reaction. 2, and then a 3, and then a 4. That's the way I would do that. Any questions with that? So these are kind of nice because, you know, 2 elements, the only way they can form a new product is for them to come together. There's no other way we can get something new unless they've got to come together to form a new product. And that's what all reactions are doing, forming new products. All right, I'm going to skip over 3. And the reason I'm skipping over 3 is because it is a hydrocarbon. The ones that are missed on the test are like problems 3 and 5. Because they don't recognize a hydrocarbon. And they have to memorize the products on that. And so that's something that students don't really have. They don't look at this sheet. You can't look at this sheet. But what we're going to do is go to number 4. Number 4 does not happen. When it says it combines with it in an indirect way, you have to have more than oxygen involved for that to take place. So you write no reaction for that one. Any questions? I know I'm talking, doing a lot of talking, you guys doing a lot of listening. So any questions on that one? Right? Any others? Number 8. Number 8, Cu plus O2. That reaction happens. You can have 2 products. I don't care which one you have. Most of the time, you're going to use the bold one because you don't know if copper is a 2 or a 1. So you can either have CuO, and if you do that, it'd be a 2 and a 2, or if you decide to make copper a +1 charge, it would be Cu2O. And then you just put a 2 in front of, nope, I'd have to put 2 there, and that's that, and then I guess I'd be 4, right? 4, and then there'd be a 2 here. I'm getting a little messy with it. And that balances out, so. Either way is fine, because you don't know what it's going to form, what charge. Questions? Right. BAO, 2, another one, real similar. So that's number 11, and that would be BA plus O2, and that gives you BAO, and then your answers would be 2's in front. Okay. Questions, comments? So then we'll go back to number 3. And number 3 you have to memorize. You got to memorize your products for number 3. Number 3 is a hydrocarbon. How do you know? It's got hydrogen and carbon. C5H10. This is kind of like your fossil fuels, all your natural gas, all those burning compounds that are based off of oil, okay? That's all going to be production of CO2 plus H2O. And that's your products. And then you just balance it. Okay, is this one hard to balance?
2, 15, 10.
Yeah, that's that one where you go, okay, I'm going to balance out carbons, I'm going to balance out hydrogens, and then I'm ending up 15 oxygens on that side. And over here I've got an even number. So what I can do is I can just put 15 in front of this. Whatever the count is over here, I can put 15 there, and then that just doubles everything. It's an easy way to look at it. So it'd be 2, 15, 10, 10. Right. Your next one like that's number 5. And that would be C2H4 plus O2. You get your CO2 and H2O. Just memorize water and carbon dioxide is produced. So this one's easier, I think, right?
Yeah.
So 2 and 2 and 3, right? Okay, any questions? And then we only have 2 left over to do. Well, number 12. Number 12. I'm just going to write that out and you guys tell me when it's balanced, okay, on that one. So this one's a little tougher to balance just with bigger numbers. See if you guys balanced it right. So I think it's probably 2, and then this would be 20, is that right? And that's 22. Then how many oxygens do we have? So that'd be 40, 62, be 31. 2, 31, 20, 22. All right, and to finish things up, we got what's called neutralization reactions. We got H2SO4. Okay, this is number 9. Plus MgOH2. So we got basically we got an acid because it has an H out in front. So what you're going to produce is water, H2O, with the H and OH coming together, and then Mg and SO4 will go together. And the charge is balanced. So MgSO4, Mg is +2, sulfate's a -2. And then, usually, if this is a 2, you can use a little key. That's a 2. You probably put a 2 in front of water. That'll help you start balancing it out. And does that balance it out? Yeah. So a little trick to think of, if that's a 2, there's probably be 2 waters and it'll balance it out. If that's a 3, it'd be 3 waters to balance it out. So it's kind of a little trick you could look at. Right, and then the last one you have is 13. And that's an acid, H3PO4, phosphoric acid, plus lithium hydroxide, arrow, and that would be H2O plus Li3 PO4. And then I think to balance it out, we put a 3 in front of LiOH to balance out lithium, and I think a 3 here. Again, that 3 kind of helps you. Kind of looks like be the same. Okay, any questions? That's a lot. That's a lot there to go through, and I needed to go through each one of those just because they're a little bit newer and different. Okay, and that's it on the reaction. So you got a lot of information that you guys can look at, information-wise. Questions? Okay.